All right, so we are on section 7, which is arithmetic and geometric sequences, which are really big, fancy words that showcase really simple ideas. So, in this top problem here, we have a pattern, okay, and it goes from here to here to here to here, and the pattern is you add 1 to everything. And down on the bottom, we also have a pattern, but it's different. Okay, because now instead of adding, we're multiplying by 2 each time. So the things that we're learning here is that this is arithmetic and this is geometric. Arithmetic is add, geometric is multiply. And that's it. That's the whole system. There's no secret. There's no trick here. If you have a pattern of addition, it's arithmetic. If you have a pattern of multiplication, it's geometric. So, what we have for this system is we have a bunch of patterns, and then we have to fill in numbers to each of them. Well, the key to making these first is to understand what the pattern is. So, from here to here to here, here, well, 2 to 6, I am adding 4, but I don't continue to add 4 here. So this has to be multiplying by 3. Well, then from here to here, I'm also multiplying by 3. Therefore, I have to multiply by 3 here and then here. So that means I have to do 18 times 3, which is 24. So 54. Now, to make sure I did it correct, I should multiply by 3 again to make sure I get 162, which I do. So that one is 54. Now, that's a geometric sequence. Arithmetic is usually a lot easier. So going from here, so this one's got a couple spaces. From -3 to -1, I'm adding 2. From -1 to +1, I'm adding 2. Therefore, I have to add 2 here, here, and here. So 1 plus 2, that has to be 3. Whoop, there's an error here. I got to fix this. This should be a 5, sorry. And then, so if that's 3, that's a very misshapen 3. If that's 5, then this has to be 7. Okay. So you have to identify what type of pattern it is, arithmetic or geometric, and then you have to just fill in the numbers for your tables. How many more slides we got here? A couple more. All right, so I'm going to do these next two. This one here, we are doing so I have to figure out what the pattern is. Well, I notice -5 to 10, that's adding 15. But 40 to -80, that's not adding 15. And I also have a problem. I see negatives floating around here. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's a multiplication one, which means how do I get from -5 to 10? Well, that's times a -2. So if I go -40 to -80, that is also times a -2. So it looks like that's our pattern. So multiply times -2 each time. So 10 times a -2, that's a -20. Oh, and that looks like it fills out the pattern rather nicely. Okay, for this one down here, we have a couple options. Now, I don't know any way to multiply from -3 to 2, so I'm going to guess that we're doing addition. So that means we're going +5 this way. So let's try that. That means going this way we have to do -5, so that has to be -8. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. So that would make this 7. Now, do trial and error. If you get a number and it doesn't look like it matches up, trust your gut. Try something else. Okay, here. We have a nice little pattern. So for this one, we're adding 3, and then we're adding 5, and then we add 7. Well, just looking at how this pattern is shaping, this one we have to be adding 9, to make this 25. And those are one of the harder ones to see. And so for the problem at the bottom here, it's looking like just from the pattern of addition, we're adding 2, adding 6, adding 18. It doesn't look like there's a pattern there, so it has to be a multiplication one. So if we're going from 1 to 3, that's multiplying by 3. 3 to 9, that's multiplying by 3, and it looks like we found the pattern. Therefore, we have to do 27 times 3, which is 81. Okay. So, there's a little mistake here. Should be 1. That should be negative 2. I want you to try these on your own and see what you get. So, for this one, it should have been an arithmetic sequence, addition. So we're adding 3, adding 3, adding 3, and adding 3. This one down, so forgot your answer. That should have been 4. This one down here at the bottom is a multiplication one, but it has a negative mixed in. We're multiplying times negative 5 for each of these, times negative 5 times negative 5. So we have to do negative 250 times 5. Well, we can ignore the negative. So we do that, 25, 1,250. It's a positive. These aren't terribly difficult, but you just have to practice them. It'll take some time. If you have questions, make sure you ask me.